Good afternoon, Mr. Andy. This is my video for final test about transcript for help others, help yourself. Interviewer. Today I'm going to talk to two young people who are both doing voluntary work in the sports sector. First, there's Liam Parker, who is a keen BMX biker and does a lot of work at a sports center. And then there's David Sanford, who has volunteered to help with many different sports and who now has a paid job with a sport organization. So, Liam, tell us a bit about the pleasure work. It sounds really interesting. Liam. Yes, it's really cool. Basically, it's a huge space where lots of sports and culture events take place. It used to be a shipbuilding hangar, but the company went bust years ago. The building was taken over and completely renovated and repurposed about five years ago. Now we have facilities for all kinds of urban sports like skateboarding, breakdancing, parkour, kick scooter. Interviewer. Hang on a moment. Can you explain the last two? Liam. A kick scooter is just a normal scooter with a handlebar, deck, wheels. But now we have stunt scooters and special ones for racing. And parkour has been around for a while now. It's a way of moving around an urban environment. It developed from military training. It involves climbing, running, vaulting, jumping, swinging, and stuff like that. Everyone sees it on TV and videos. People jumping off incredibly high buildings between roofs and things. Interviewer. So, what are you involved with? Maya. My passion for BMX and I want to get other people involved in the sport. But I do all kinds of things at the center. I make sure the bike and scooter meet safety standards. I take the track and ramps so they are clean and no more can slip and hurt themselves. I teach kids the basic of BMX and do demonstration. I sometimes cook in the burger van too. Interviewer. Right, so you've learned a lot of skills. Liam. Yay! At first I was a bit nervous about speaking to groups, but now I have no problem giving safety induction to people. I had to learn specific first aid in case anyone hurts themselves. Cooking hygiene for the burger van, made for taking money at the till. I've had a lot of training in different areas and gained useful certificates. Interviewer. So, all the training will be valuable when you come to talk for paid work? Lion. Absolutely. I'm still only 18 and I've been volunteering for 2 years. I'd like to stay in the sector and find full-time paid work. So obviously, all my experience and skills will help a lot. Interviewer. Thank you, Liam. And now, our other guests have made the jump from voluntary work to paid work. Debbie, you have been involved in many different sports in your 22 years, haven't you? Debbie, yes, quite a few. I started off playing football and county level and then got into coaching. I reckon that I wouldn't have been able to play football without the help of volunteers. So, when I had the chance to help other people, I did. Then I started a degree in sport development and I realized that a lot of people like me would soon have a degree and be looking for a job and I'd need more experience to compete with them all. Interviewer. So, you volunteered again? Debbie. Yes, I spent a year helping with an online sport volunteering bureau and volunteered at various events including a cricket tournament, a table tennis competition, and a half marathon. Interviewer. Wow, that's a lot of experience. Debbie. Yes, I must add that I don't actually play cricket or table tennis myself. Though I do run, you don't have to be an expert in a sport voluntary. There are a lot of jobs that need doing. Interviewer: and now you finished your degree and you are working. Baby: that's right. I wrote my dissertation of the retention and recruitment of volunteers. And now I manage volunteers for an organization promoting swimming. I also organize events at a national level. I would never have got to job without all volunteering experience. It helped me lots. Interviewers: and finally, a question for you both. Do you think we sometimes exploit volunteers in this country? Are they doing things for free when they ought to be getting paid? Liam: I believe that you volunteer for about 10 or 20 hours a week. Do you ever feel that you should be paid for what you do? Liam: well, of course, it would be nice, but the organization I help is not profit, making it couldn't really afford to pay all the volunteers. At the moment, I'm happy to do what I love and gain experience of dealing with the public. I'm living with my parents and they are paying me keep. In the future, I will have to look for paid work. Baby: I think many volunteers feel that wants to give something back to their sport. It was like that for me with football. Ideally, it would be good to have more paid position, but we also need volunteers. Sport just couldn't function without them. It is really important to give people recognition for what they do. Interviewer: thanks very much for sharing your experience, and now we are going to move on. Thank you.